I have seen beyond the bounds of infinity and have drawn down demons from the stars. I have harnessed the shadows that stride from world to world to sow death and madness.
Yeah, but how do you explain this hard-on?
Coming up next, All Guts So Gory presents 1986 From Beyond.
Every journey begins in the mind. A flight of imagination. A vision of what might lie across the universe. Or within the deepest regions of the subconscious. Dr. Edward Pretorius is about to embark on such a journey.
It's out of control. You've got to turn it off.
Something's coming.
Humans are such easy prey.
From the makers of Re-Animator, From Beyond.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
You don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to All Guts So Gory. Our movie today, in an hour and 25 minutes from 1986, is From Beyond. This movie is loosely based on the 1920 H.P. Lovecraft's short story with the same title, and I do mean loosely. I read the short story thinking, it's going to be like 20, 30 pages. It was like four and a half. It's not.
Dude, I could have read a short story.
It's not that. It's not a lot.
Mike's going to be like, this reading stuff is so bad.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hi, it's me, Charlie. I'm hosting today. This is my pick, and joined as always by Justin and Mike. And today, instead of just coming in at the end, we got Atticus, and he's going to be with us for the whole movie because he loved it so much.
I was hoping you messed it up and like Mike got on you too, but I always forget to introduce ourselves.
That's just you. All right, so this movie, it came out in the 80s. Mike did Chopping Mall, and immediately I thought of From Beyond because it has Barbara Crampton in it.
Yeah, it
and
does.
Showing off
she's
for Crampton.
She's a scream queen. I'll give it to her. She's been in a lot of movies, but it's based on H.P. Lovecraft book or short story, and they've done a lot of movies on stories by H.P. Lovecraft, and some of them are really, really good, like Dagon.
Okay.
That one you just got, you need to watch that. It's pretty good, and they're all low budget.
Yes.
But
they have I'm pretty sure they made a Call of Cthulhu. They made
Re-Animator. Yeah, they're all pretty solid. I like his work. I've read some of his other stuff, and was it
Stuart Gordon?
Mountains of Madness?
He loves that. Yeah, Stuart Gordon loves the Lovecraft stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of it.
Who is this guy?
Stuart?
You got Simple Mike here. I don't read. I know Stuart Gordon.
For me, Justin.
Remind Mike who the author of books are, because I've heard the name H.P. Lovecraft, but if I told you I'd read it.
Okay, so early 1900s.
1890 he was born. Yeah, but
he
right there.
created modern interdimensional. Color from another color out of space.
From another mother?
From another mother.
Yikes.
Color out of space. A lot of this stuff that we have today is based on his imagination, his short stories, his books. He's got a lot of stuff out there, and a lot of it's pretty fucking creepy.
Horror, like sci-fi related?
Yeah, like bigger concept than horror, right? But name...
So not like Edgar Allan Poe, but
like
more
the
modern.
old ones.
Different, I would say
Cthulhu,
next step.
all that stuff is based on stuff that he wrote.
So name another author, like in the horror genre, they were probably influenced by Lovecraft, right? So
like the guy who made Frankenstein or the Mummy.
That would have been before.
Exactly.
But Stephen King, Clive Barker, Guillermo del Toro, Neil Gaiman all list him as an influence.
Mm-hmm. Well, so
very good.
What did you think of the movie, guys? What
Are we done with Lovecraftian stuff? We'll do that later.
We'll touch on it a little bit.
Okay. This is my second watch of this film, and it is a treat.
Boobies.
It is.
Simmer down now.
It is.
Hold you in check.
in a weird way, it's kind of high concept. It's you know, in another way, the body horror, just a great mix of familiar faces from great franchises like Re-Animator. Stuart Gordon's there. It's gross. It's a horny movie, and it's a fun ride, right?
People get exfoliated.
Is that the way?
This movie's so horny, it's got 4 head boners.
It does. Go ahead.
5 head boners.
Is this the first time you saw it?
This is the first watch for me, and this was great. I don't know how I missed it because I've seen Re-Animator so many times, and obviously know about Barbara Crampton and.
What do you know about
Jeffrey
her?
Combs and just seen him in other movies. And I don't know how, Ken Foree, obviously, and I don't know how I missed this one. It just wasn't on TV a lot. And it's coming out in 86. It's not one I ever saw like running on HBO, Cinemax, or just wasn't one that I even remember seeing on the shelf at the video store. I just don't remember seeing it, hearing about it. But Re-Animator, seen quite a bit
everywhere.
Yeah, and, it's in the shadow, definitely of
Re-Animator. It's 1 year after Re-Animator, so I don't know how
same crew,
just never seen this, or it's never popped up in my algorithm. Like if you like Re-Animator, you like From Beyond, because that's never even happened. Like
right,
and the poster they always show looks pretty stupid.
It's Pretorius, with the crazy.
Eye. No, not that one. Like if you go into IMDb,
I
show the one with it's like a draw, like a.
It's like almost modern,
like an eye missing.
Yeah,
because he sucks people's eyes out.
Right,
he's sucking on them
and
eyes.
It doesn't look like
popping in my eyes.
Anything really.
Finger popping in my eye holes.
We're
not finger popping each other's eye holes.
All right, Atticus, what do you think?
So I thought
first time, right?
First time, yeah, first time seeing a lot of this stuff. So it was. I mean, the first thought I had was like, what the fuck? So like, it was.
It was at the second.
You recognized the guy.
Yeah, I recognized
right away.
Like
right?
the guy from the awful movie Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
Oh
no, I mean, what's his name?
Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs. Yeah.
He's
a good actor.
You've kind of met him. Weren't you in the picture with us, or no? You skipped that photo.
Picture, but like I was like there. I was just like hanging out.
I don't know who this is.
Oh, so your sister was the one that was like hanging out at this table, and like he didn't have a line, so like we got to talk to Bruce Abbott and Jeffrey Combs for a long time, and even Barbara came over and talked too. I don't want to brag here.
I missed out. Was that last year?
Barbara would still get a call from me.
Get a call
if I was single. If I was single,
a call.
Yeah,
it might be single. After so this
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So it reminded me of the Thing with the body, like the
very Thing type. Yeah,
especially when like he kind of like split open, because that reminded me a lot of like when the chest like.
Yeah, exactly, just like that.
So everybody,
a lot of goo.
He pantomimed his torso opening up and closing. Yeah,
I mean like. Not everyone knew that. So.
Nobody knew that.
Okay. And like there was a giant worm, which also reminded me of Tremors.
Or Dune.
I mean, not that big.
Or Beetlejuice.
Not that big.
Was a baby Dune worm. I'll get to that.
Baby Dune.
Which was cool. I didn't like how he looked without eyebrows, though.
He got weird.
Very.
Yeah.
And I didn't homework it out too much because I'm a wild card, but he looked like they shaved his fucking head and his eyebrows.
I feel like it was strategic in order to put that next layer of prosthetics on.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like
the big bolus.
I was just like, why did Barbara get so horny? Like
the pineal gland.
Why not?
I'll get to that. The pineal gland does that.
You can't control what happens when your pineal's flaring.
Here's the perfect working. The pineal gland is a small pine cone-shaped endocrine gland in the brain that primarily produces melatonin, a hormone regulating sleep-wake cycles, your circadian rhythm, by increasing production at night and decreasing it during the day. It plays a crucial role in maintaining biological rhythms and supporting reproductive development. So basically...
So we do use it.
Yeah, but
they made it sound like
it
it's
doesn't
dormant.
make you horny.
Exactly.
They made it sound like it's part of the brain, like your appendix.
They did say it was like the appendix of the brain.
They're just, they make it sound like it's just there, and he's like, I'm going to unlock this like a sixth sense.
It's kind of in the center back between the two hemispheres.
Yeah.
And the only sexual thing about it is it's not
Forehead
sexual
boners.
at all. It
as
triggers,
is, Charlie. You don't
puberty. So you go from adolescence to adult. And somehow they got twisted into, well, it gives everybody a boner.
Yeah. How do you explain this one that I've been now talking about it?
Explain this.
But,
All right.
Okay. Yeah, they made it sound like we don't use it, like it's something that he's unlocking for the first time.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So we do use it.
It's the real thing. It's
Got
not.
it.
It's not true. Okay.
No, good.
So this came out in 1986. What were you doing in 1986, Atticus?
So I think I was I think I was from beyond. Like I was just somewhere. floating around.
On the ether.
I was floating around somewhere.
Man, waiting,
Yeah.
biding your time.
I may be watching. This may not be my first watch. I could have watched it already. Who knows?
Could have been in it.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Mike?
Yeah, 86. Now I'm 2 years old. But yeah, I have a feeling when this came out, Charlie, you were probably hiding boners when you got called up to the blackboard.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that the worst?
Those are the worst. The ones that popped up at the end of study hall when you're about to switch classes. I'm like, damn it.
Right.
Anyway,
Justin?
I was also too young to watch this. I was 5-ish at the time. It was October of 86, you said? Oh, yeah, definitely a 5-year-old.
Actually, I think it came out in 24 October 86.
I had a smoking jacket and like a pipe that blew it blew bubbles though.
Right.
Yeah.
So, 86 was my senior year, a banner year for horror. Aliens, Chopping Mall.
40th,
Which I saw both.
the 40th anniversary year.
Those are great movies. Another 40th anniversary for From Beyond. But I don't think I saw this one in theaters because it was such a small run. We'll get to the budget and the disaster of how much this great movie made. But I think it was one of those like Skinamax, Showtime, After Dark horror movies that came out on. I watched maybe in like 88, 89, 90, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Could have actually been put on the adult channel. Who knows?
This definitely, I don't know because I was 5, but from what I've read and heard, like we were a lot more conservative, through in the 80s, the early 80s, I would imagine. So like this is one that like people didn't flock to because it dealt with sexual stuff, right?
I disagree.
Or disagree. Okay.
Having lived in that time frame, we were the evangelicals shut up and kept to themselves. So they didn't until the 90s because Reagan tried to bring them out. And it was the 90s with Bush where they really came out and started putting the kibosh on stuff, the media and things like
censorship.
that. So the 70s and the 80s were like the far left, the progressives were in Hollywood were getting their way and putting out almost anything they wanted except for the movie rating system kept people out of X. And NC-17 didn't come until later. PG-13 didn't come until later. It was G, PG, R, X.
I thought we had
triple X was illegal.
I thought we had course corrected from like the 60s and 70s. So not yet.
No, the 70s was Wild West. The 80s was they figured out we're going to make money on this. We're going to put some boobs out there. We're going to show a lot of gross stuff.
That's true.
And see what we can get away with.
I do love gratuitous 80s stuff.
Okay. I know your first watch.
Second.
When was your first?
Like within the past 5 to 10, it was one like Mike was mentioning, where it slipped past me for so long, and I was like, how have I not seen this? So that happened a little sooner though.
For me, this was I don't
27
like a lot.
You have this one, don't you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've seen it a few times. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times
a year,
just getting ready for this podcast. But this fit right into my catalog from the 80s. It was just not a great movie. It was a good movie. It was watchable. It was rewatchable. And it kind of had everything you needed. You got in, you got out. It had a good start. It had a good end.
I don't know.
I feel like it never drags. I feel like they get right from this point to this point to this point.
But it doesn't jump around too much like some movies tend to do.
There's not a slow part.
I wouldn't argue if you wanted to call it great. I would say it took big swings. It did some awesome effects. Like I would say some of it looked a little hokey, but like that's the time. You got to forgive it, right?
Yeah.
But it's practical effects, and I love practical effects. If they made this today with CGI, it'd be fucking terrible.
All practical.
The visuals are cool. I love body horror, so this was right up my alley with the gross factor. If you like, things like The Thing are gross. This is like gross like that. You were, mentioned that, Atticus. Like the acting is top notch. I know Ken Foree kind of really goes for it a few times. But like, I mean, but the acting, I mean,
Look at yourself.
Jeffrey Combs, it's so good. That close-up shot where he's like, he bit his head off like a gingerbread man. Like, that's so fucking good.
Yeah, I
even if the gingerbread line's a little
overacts
cheese
a
ball,
little
but
bit.
it was so good.
Could you
Barbara
guys-
Crampton's a great fucking actress.
And she looks great,
good.
right? And
Still working.
Good chemistry among all of them. Great chemistry.
Look at their
there.
IMDb; they are solid.
Easy story to
until
follow.
now.
we're probably doing all the acting stuff now, but could you see a different path in which Jeffrey Combs took more of a comedic route? Because like some of his stuff was reminding me of like young Jim Carrey for some weird, like some of the facial stuff.
I get that, and I like the stuff he did in the '80s, Re-Animator, Bride of Re-Animator, From Beyond. Came back in like the Frighteners in like the 39ers.
Amazing.
Michael J. Fox. He was
He's great.
shoehorned.
Yeah.
He's like Bruce Campbell. He could have done a bunch of other stuff, but I mean, but he didn't complain about it. It doesn't seem like
No, he seems happy
he's
with
been
his lot in
solid
life, yeah.
working since. So good for him. He's got a good career.
Bruce Campbell's always been the Jim Carrey comp for me. Like I feel like he was like Jim Carrey could play.
Yeah, it's like a
Bruce
sliding
Campbell,
doors situation
where like he's beating himself up. He's like on the floor, like inching his way across the floor.
Yeah.
with like one arm.
I
and
don't
just
think-
making funny faces. Like his, like a rubber face. Like just he can contort his face in so many ways. Like Bruce Campbell, Jim Carrey. That's my comp.
I feel like
Carrey.
if like they were to go in a different film way, they could easily switch into like one goes to comedy, one goes to horror. And I think that's what happened with Bruce Campbell and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
If his career
find your home,
ended, you know, in the '80s, I'd have been like, God damn, whatever happened to that guy? He was really good. He was on it for a while. He was there for a minute.
I think Atticus has to bounce out here. So what else should we ask him a couple rating type questions and stuff to get his thoughts?
Sure. Best kill?
Best kill.
There's
not really a lot of kills.
well, there's a couple.
There's
but-
a couple.
Like a couple.
Eaten, bitten head off, or eyeball sucked out. Basically, your options.
Really see the,
Or being
The first
eaten
eaten.
by
We didn't see the
killer
first
beast
eaten.
from
We didn't
another
see the
dimension.
Oh yeah,
so I
right.
have to.
But we saw it later. We saw another version of it. Would you recommend it to friends? That's the thing about this. It's a good movie, but it's like you have to be careful
I don't know if I would
because
recommend it to friends, and like
because they might think you're weird.
Yeah, they may think I'm a weirdo. And
You'd be like, hey, if you like Re-Animator, you'll like
Right,
this.
there you go.
Right, there you go.
If you don't,
that's
You have to probe first.
I
You
don't
have
think
to ask.
anyone's seen Re-Animator.
Yeah, then maybe wait.
what?
No one's seen.
Oh yeah, maybe not. But okay. But
hang
yeah,
around
it's
with the
kind of
wrong
like if you
crowd.
like The Thing, try this out.
What would you give this?
Okay, so body horror is never gonna be like 5 stars for me because like
Oh, okay.
I like psychological more. It's never gonna like The Thing. I rated a 4. That's the highest I'll go. So I'll go
Out of 5?
3.5 here.
All right, you got to
Okay.
keep it below the thing. I respect that.
Like The Thing is such you can't top The Thing.
No,
right? Like
that's a hard one.
How about favorite and least favorite characters?
okay, so I like Barbara.
Ew.
I didn't like the other scientist. He was a weirdo.
Precarious?
Yeah,
The hairy guy? Hairy naked
Not
guy?
like him.
No, no one does.
Especially after he turned in like the first thing where like he was trying to make out with Barbara.
Oof.
And his like thing was like opened up and then like again and it was like and it had another alien head. Like it kind of reminded me of those aliens from Spaceballs. There's
From
like little
Spaceballs?
Yes. So you remember those little aliens?
No.
I
Are you
won't.
talking about Spaceballs or the one with
Men in
Sigourney
Black?
Weaver that we talked about last podcast?
Oh, like Alien.
They had the show.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Alien. They had that show,
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest.
Oh yeah.
The little short.
You're talking
alien.
about the little thing, the little swimmers that bite the face.
No, I'm talking about like his head looked like one of the aliens, like from something. I don't remember.
Okay.
The Thing. I mean, a lot of this stuff looked like.
Yeah,
that.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
It's unknowable.
Any last?
You're kind of on a roll.
Except for Dracula.
Mess up.
All right.
Mess up.
How's this compared to, where's the top half or bottom half of movies?
Top half.
Okay.
Boom.
Middle half.
Oh, middle half.
Oh.
There's no such thing.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks
See
for
ya.
being here.
Thanks,
Have
man.
fun
Coming.
playing
Enjoy
pickleball.
your pickleball.
All right. So movie taglines on the poster, and get out of here. And said in the movie, humans are such easy prey.
Yeah, they are.
Right. And the other one is everything is alive and hungry. And I assume they're talking about this other dimension, which
Well, they're talking about this hard on.
Humans are such easy prey. Sounds like it could have been like the Predator.
Could have been a lot of stuff, but it's
a lot of stuff.
It's a good tagline. We
But, like,
hate the
does it
long
fit?
ones. The short ones are usually off by a little bit, but this one kind of
Does it fit,
nice.
though? Do you
Yes.
think it fits? Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Okay.
being hunted in this one, but... yeah,
all right.
so-
So released 24 October 1986.
What's with you in the European format for your dates?
No, it's military.
Okay.
It is. Man. Thank you
Budget?
for your service.
Estimated. You're working for my service. See how I worked it in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Justin had to ask.
Right, he had to. I mean, you blame him. Budget estimated $4.5 million.
Wow.
For 86, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well,
They're like,
for-
Re-Animator was cool. Here's more money.
For 86,
Yeah.
that was a lot of, like, probably direct calls where it was like, I need some money. It was, like, probably shoestring type budget, too, though. Where it's like you're calling your friends, and I don't think this was, like, studio money.
Only cost $10,000 to set up that bondage room.
But then, okay, here's the funny one. So the gross, U.S. and Canada, was $1.25 billion, and I rounded, right? So already they're losing
$3 million.
$3.25 million, right? And then the gross worldwide came in at that exact number, but with $296 more dollars on it. like outside of the U.S.
So,
and
like-
Canada, it was released in the U.K., Spain.
So 75 people
India.
saw this movie. Other than
Maybe in 1986, you
I'm trying to
buy a
think.
ticket
The
for
$4
$2.
okay, so two.
$2-3, depending on what country.
So maybe
you're in.
100 people saw this.
Right. Which was kind of weird. I don't like homework, so I didn't dig in too much.
My guess is it was a single weekend, not many theaters.
Yeah, I mean, it did like $500,000 the first opening weekend, which would have made you think it's gonna. No, it kind of petered out.
It also was out at the same time as Crocodile Dundee, Peggy Sue Got Married, and The Color of Money.
Right. So
you got,
Color of Money
you got a
was good.
Scorsese movie. You got Peggy Sue Got Married. I haven't seen it, but
this was
it
before.
was big.
This was
and
before,
Crocodile Dundee
but
was
a lot
like
of movies come out
as 80s as it gets. Like it was a big deal in the
that
80s.
somehow go up against the big ones, the ones that go on to be nominated for the Academy Awards, Golden Globe, and I don't know, like Miracle, like is it Jesus? They make hundreds of millions of dollars and blow the competition.
Right. They
out of
connect
water.
somehow. Right.
This one did not do that.
This is before. Correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie. You were around, but I'll do a deep dive one day. But like, there were no 20plexes back then. This was before the megaplexes.
They had started like the one in my hometown, Crowley, Louisiana. Shout out Rice Festival.
Crowley, woo woo,
Woo woo.
gentle.
They had an older theater downtown,
Right.
which was the classic. Like you've seen it in a lot of horror movies. You walk in, there's the candy, the popcorn,
Yeah.
the soda, and the bathrooms are on the left and the right, and then there's a left and right entrance into the one screen movie theater.
Yeah.
And in the early 80s, they opened up one, and it was like a fourplex, kind of like the start of what we see now. Like, what's the St. Clair movie theater, the one that
That was
closed
a
down
10.
and became
Yeah, that was a 10.
Oh, it was okay.
It was a 10. So the Lincoln might be a good
but I was in
comp
a
for
small
you.
town too.
So the Lincoln is a historical thing where it's exactly what
Right.
you're describing. There's an upstairs though with a couple theaters,
We
and
did
there's
not
a
have a
downstairs with a
balcony.
couple. Okay.
Yeah. So did not do well in the box office or anywhere else.
I just think it's tough to like that. Probably played after 9:00 one time in each theater across the country. Right. It probably did not.
or maybe played in like 25 theaters in L.A., San Francisco, Dallas, and New York, maybe
But
Miami, and
But with my, like, if there's 4 theaters, you're going to put out the Crocodile Dundees all day long and the Peggy Sue's, and then you're going to show one screening of this probably for what you thought was the audience.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's move on to cast and crew. Okay, directed by Stuart Gardon, R.I.P., died in March 2020. You look at his body of work and Re-Animator, From Beyond, Fortress with
Christopher Lambert?
Yeah.
He did Fortress? I liked Fortress.
Yeah, I did too.
Stupid.
I mean, he did like The Dentist. He did episodes. He did 66 episodes of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show.
I don't even
What?
Totally different.
Same,
right?
Same.
He did.
Did those play for people?
From Beyond and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
He did Dolls,
Space Truckers, Castle Freak,
yeah.
Body Snatchers, the newer one with, can't remember her name. The guy likes nudity. I would go check out that.
Not me.
Honey, I
Snatch
Shrunk
and
the
Body
Kids.
Snatchers.
Oh,
Honey, I
did you hear
Shrunk
that
the
joke?
Kids.
We have to acknowledge Mike's joke of put the snatch
I
and
missed
body
it.
snatchers. I'm sorry, I had to give it credit where credit was due.
And then there's the Triple X version From Behind. No, that is not true. I made that.
I mean, Pat Penning. No, wait, trademark.
Copyright penny. 55 cheeseburger, 55 fries. Okay, so yeah, there's our director. Go ahead.
You did mention Stuart. Obviously, we're talking about Stu. I call him Stu.
Right.
No, I
guys
don't. But
we're close.
So it is important to realize that H.P. Lovecraft was not heavy on the sex at all. Heavy on the sexual charge. So Charlie mentioned it was a four-page. It was a short story, short, and there was no nude. Like there was no like sexual stuff in it. But Stuart Gordon and the writer of this do tend to almost, what's the word, exploitation, right? Like they love that. So it's important to say that Stuart is definitely down to clown.
Yes.
I read that when he was in film school, I think it was somewhere like in Wisconsin, he did a stage play of a psychedelic version of Peter Pan in the 60s and very like politically charged and anti-war messages throughout and stuff like that. He got arrested for obscenity charges for his play. I'm like, I want to see that version of Peter Pan. He got arrested for obscenity.
I hope Wendy was 18 in this.
I hope.
Get on YouTube.
Right. But yeah, that's the kind of guy that with the kind of mind that we're talking about. I think a lot of horror guys, John Carpenter's, a lot of guys feel like they have like the anti-war protesting background from the 60s, like coming up through the Vietnam era and stuff like that.
And it is about pushing boundaries too. It's not just sex for sex sometimes. It is about pushing the boundaries and fighting back against censorship sometimes.
Well, everyone in the
I'm going to be generous.
A lot of the music there was all anti-war, politically charged. It was just part of everyone's nature in the time back then.
And we can look at a lot of different decades and see the movies are influenced by what's going on. And movies kind of will do a little Uno card and
Uno reverse
and influence the times.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so writers, H.P. Lovecraft. I'm not going to go into him on purpose because you need to go and find out about H.P. Lovecraft yourself.
Kind of a garbage person in a weird way.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say
the dude was fucked up.
I'll throw it out there. He's well known. Well, not well known because a lot of people don't know his name from Adam, right? But like when you do the dive, there's some racist stuff. I think one of his dogs was just named the N-word, right? Not a good guy.
That's not what you want.
Not a good guy.
Nero?
Yeah, not that N-word.
Anyway,
he died in poverty though. All of his success. Right. Thankfully,
he was very big into the occult, and it comes out in his writing, and yet somehow prudish at the same time, and turns out super racist.
Super racist.
Anyway, go out and do your homework. Read his stuff.
Whose pick was this?
This was my pick.
Okay, just checking.
Did you go? Is this the Lovecraft portion?
Yeah, I'm not going to do a lot on Lovecraft.
So you are doing it now?
I'm done with what I have on Lovecraft.
So common themes with love, like when you hear this is such a Lovecraftian film or topic, that means cosmic indifference. So the universe being vast but doesn't take sides necessarily. So which is different than our morality that plays in, right? So in this movie you'll see, they
the old gods,
right? The Eldritch,
Cthulhu, the ancient ones.
They transcend our moral system, right? So obviously, Charlie just mentioned unknowable entities, knowledge causing madness. So the more you learn, the more you see that in this movie. Forbidden discovery, like taboo stuff. Once you push certain limits, you fight against our puritanical or whatever you want to call it. And atmosphere over action. That's all I got for typical Lovecraftian themes.
Yeah, go out. I mean, he's got some good stuff out there for a racist guy.
The most racist.
Yeah. Okay, so the actual writers of this movie.
Yeah, the ones that bring the sex in
Brian
here.
Usna, Dennis Paoli. I mean, I'll go with that. Change the L
I like
to
a good.
T, and I'm
I like
in.
a good paoli on my sandwiches. Isn't that what?
So,
No, that
Dip your fries in it.
Brian Usna, a lot of the dentist, Re-Animator. He did Beyond Re-Animator, which I have not seen. He did that after.
you haven't seen Beyond? Wait, is that
the
no? That's
director
after
died.
Beyond. That's after the Bride of the Re-Animator, isn't it?
No, it's 2003.
Oh, so that's like reason.
Oh well, yeah.
Ish.
For this
Ish.
genre, yeah.
I always
Compared to
80s.
85 when
I always think
Re-Animator
I'm closer
came
to
out.
2000 than I am.
But he wrote a lot of stuff. He was in on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show as well. Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, Necronomicon, not the Necrocomicon.
Yeah, totally different.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Re-Animator 2, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, From Beyond, blah, blah, blah. Kind of in the same genre, stuck with it.
Always.
Honey,
glad.
I Shrunk the Kids. Not horny like these.
No, it's so weird.
Well,
when you
there's
come
French
across
class in that
horror
one.
directors
Oh, yeah, French
who do like children's books and movies like this.
Always a lot of collaborations.
Well, like
with
when we
Stuart.
did Chopping Mall, I forgot to mention Jim Wynorski, who directed that.
Missed your chance.
All of his movies are like exploitation and like softcore porn with like a play on the title, like The Hills Have Thighs. But then one of like his 300 credits is like That Doggone Christmas, and it's like a G-rated Christmas movie about a dog. I'm like, wait, what?
Nice.
It's literally like rated G, and it's about a dog at Christmas. It's called like That Doggone Christmas.
Okay, so the other
Anyway,
writer,
it's weird.
Dennis Paoli, Re-Animator. He wrote Dagon, another H.P.
Egon.
Lovecraft, Dagon. Wrote Body Snatchers, 1993 version. Tales from Beyond the Pale, Masters of Horror,
That was a good series.
Body Snatchers. I just said that one. Pit in the Pendulum.
Yeah.
He wrote Pit in the Pendulum.
Yeah.
Phantom.
Referenced in our last
Spellcaster.
Stab in
Actually,
the
I'm pretty
Dark.
sure Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Pit and the Pendulum, but keep going. That's
Good
me.
screen
That's me being
adaptation.
Neil deGrasse Tyson here. Well, actually,
Ghoulies 2. I'm going to do
I'll try
Ghoulies
not to do that
1
too much.
eventually. Another great 80s, like Critters and, those type movies.
Wouldn't you say Ghoulies is like the knockoff of Critters, or the other way around?
Unknowable. It's like the bow and arrow were independently discovered or created in Asia and Africa. Okay. Let's go into the cast, and I'm only going to cover 3 because that's all I really care about in this movie. There's a lot of small characters, but blah blah blah.
Small potatoes.
Background noise. Jeffrey Combs plays Dr. Crawford. What's his last name?
Tillingast.
Sure. Okay. Jeffrey Combs, great actor. I said it earlier. He got typecast early, but he's still working. He does a lot of voice work. He's been in movies. And I would have felt bad for him if we, just disappeared. But he didn't. He's still around. He's still making a living. I'm good with that.
He's rolling in his grave right now.
Scarefest last
Saw him at the Scarefest. Nice guy, but he's got that. I don't know if anybody who listens to this, but he's got a little bit of arrogance to him. But I like it.
Yeah,
I like
can
it.
see it.
It fits
I
in
can
his
see it.
characters, right? Loved him in The Frighteners. Loved him in Would You Rather. And
Deep Space Nine,
Creep-
Star Trek.
I watched some Deep Space Nine. Creep Show. He was in an episode of that Creep Show.
He did 2 episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh shit!
Voice acting. Yeah, who would have thunk it? Yeah, I mean, he's great in this movie. He's a little over the top sometimes.
He's gotta
for
be.
me.
he's Herbert West though, which is he's an evil guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think that's how he's
is it
cast.
hard? Is it hard for him to drop that? Is that who people associate him with, or is he?
Yes.
I think he's just like that.
Basically,
I think
yes.
that's just who he is.
Because I think
Yeah.
when you're casting people, it's like, oh, this has to be like an evil scientist type or an intellectual that's gone too far. I got a guy for you.
Yeah. This guy, Jeffrey
Yeah.
Combs. So now let's move on to the star of the show.
The stars.
The star of Chopping Mall, in my opinion, Barbara Crampton. You met her too, didn't you?
I did.
Son of a bitch.
I kind of incidentally, she came over while we were talking to other people, which is kind of awesome. That means she's like, hey, tall drink of water. What are you up to? No, I was with my wife. Never mind. But yeah.
going.
No, Barbara
Keep
Crampton
going.
is super nice, and she's got to be what? How old?
Born in, dang it,
Like
IMDb's letting me down.
I don't know.
I
know she's probably about 25, 26 when this came out.
aged incredibly well and very sweet.
Got her
She's
start in Days of Our Lives in 1965.
Was she a 2-year-old in that one?
God, he's still not showing the year she was born. Born December 27th.
That's strategic
Long
sometimes.
Island.
You know, like they don't want to be cast as a great grandmother.
Right.
But no, she's super sweet and still very attractive, right?
Yeah, definitely. Still married.
Born 1958.
To Robert Bleckman.
1958, we said.
Yeah.
58. Okay.
Yep.
So she's 11 years older than me. She's
almost
close
70.
up on
yeah.
70.
In this movie, she was asked to play a couple different characters almost, right? So it's like she had to play the stuffy, I'm wearing this crazy shoulder pad jacket.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my theories out there.
Hair
type
pulled back
of
tight.
But then she had to play the unleashed, the uninhibited, the
Pineal
horny
gland
one.
out of control.
Yeah, that pineal was crazy.
That'll get you.
But yeah, so good stuff.
How do they call it the pineal gland? Because it looks like a pine cone?
I think it's because it sounds like penis. Pineal.
Everything is penis.
Right.
The world is run by men, and we're bad.
Pituitary or pineal? Which one do you want?
Right. How about Body Double? De Palma film. She's in that. This is Carol.
How was she?
Great.
Great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Dead Night, Death House, Day of Reckoning. I mean, she's just in. It's still, like I said, still working. She worked throughout the teens, the 90s. Puppet Master, that one's going to make it. Trancers 2. I don't remember her in Trancers 2. I don't really remember Trancers 2.
Trancers?
Trancers.
Should I watch it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Puppet Master's definitely.
Is that
Classic.
the
late
Puppet
80s.
Master or
Puppet Master.
with the little puppets? With the,
with
okay, I love the little puppets.
German possessed puppets, Nazis.
Yeah. Have you seen those?
I've seen Puppet Master.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's right up your alley. You're a Chucky guy, and it's like a cousin.
It's not as good.
And she was in a TV movie in 1986. This is going to spawn some discussion. Prince of Bel-Air. Not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What came first? 86.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Fresh Prince was after that.
Fresh Prince was definitely 88, 89.
Late 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
90.
I remember I used to dance at the end of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because they played the song, you know.
Oh,
Good stuff.
You've gone too far.
I mean, hey, I was 10. Not even. I was
Did
8.
you do the Carlton dance?
I wish, man. Carlton ahead of his
did
time.
the Carlton dance in the 80s. It was a shit. Okay. Moving on to the very famous Ken Foree. Am I pronouncing that right? It's got 2 A's.
Mike
on
says
there?
no.
Foree?
Ken Foree, yeah.
Foree?
Yeah.
It's Joe Dierte. Is that what it is?
And still working in the probably the greatest zombie movie ever made, Dawn of the Dead. He was in this. He was in Halloween in 2007. He was in The Lords of Salem 2012, the most recent stuff.
Yeah,
He's
Rob
got,
Zombie likes him, yeah.
2 things
Yeah.
coming
Barbara
out
Crampton's in
this
that, too.
year. Boris is Dead, Special Op, Rent-A-Cop. I don't know what that's going to be, but
He also frequents the scare fests, too, or in the horror convention, so.
yeah. But has done a lot of work.
Big Joe Grizzly in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yep.
I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch. That's his line.
Was he in 31, too? No, I can't remember,
I don't know
but
if he's in that one. I haven't seen 31.
31 was all right.
He was in the Dawn of the Dead remake 2004 for a little bit of cameo in there.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
Got to pay your tributes.
He did an episode of The Angry Beavers. I don't know if you guys remember that from the late 90s.
I've seen like an episode.
Yeah, it was pretty
He also
I
likes
got that
pretty
movie
good
from
cartoon.
behind the beaded curtain at the video store.
That was Salty Beavers.
Oh, it's so hard to keep
That was
straight.
Unruly
Nuance.
and Untamed Beavers is what that was.
Beavers Out of Control was the sequel.
So are you going to talk about his underpants choice now or
No,
later?
we're going to get that when we get
What
into
about
the
his
movie.
Hey, how do you explain this hard-on? Third reference.
He was in an episode of Matlock. Missed that one, but I mean...
The
whatever.
new Matlock or the old
Matlock,
Okay,
not the
thank
new
you
one.
for clarifying.
Family Matters. I mean, he's True Blood. He's all over the place. True Blood, not the series on HBO.
Oh, okay. That's the only True Blood I know.
Really. Knight Rider. I mean, he's worked. He's made
Yeah.
some money.
Yeah,
he's got a
working,
career. He's not one of those guys who did a few movies.
Sits
and
on his
just never
royalties,
heard of
yeah,
them
exactly.
because they couldn't, get jobs and stay employed. So they went on to be somewhere else in the
A
industry.
lot of these guys stay in their lane, the horror stuff. I think maybe, I don't know, a lot of actors, actresses use horror as like a starting point to get to bigger and better things. And some of them just stay in that lane and just, not that they can't do those other things, because obviously they can, but maybe they enjoy it.
I like the ones that do it and love it. Yeah,
A lot of horror movies too. We read about some of these are like, oh, they shot this in 28 days. They shot this in 22 days. Like shit, you just all right. I'm gonna go work for 3 weeks.
Get
move on to the next
$250,000.
thing.
Yeah,
rather than be like, oh, I gotta go to freaking India for 7 months and shoot whatever.
I think a lot of it is luck.
I don't
like
know.
McConaughey was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did Frailty later,
with
which came back.
Renee Zellweger.
And who knows? I don't know, the casting people or just, hustling and doing stuff different. But I don't know if any, I can't tell. I know a bad actor when I see a bad actor and a good actor when I see a good actor. But
some of Mike's movies,
the good ones are like kind of all good. And I don't know why some make it and some don't.
Yeah. A lot of it's luck, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think she was in I'm going back to Barbara. She was in Your Next too, right?
Yeah.
I think
she
love
was.
that film.
I never saw that movie.
Love that film. You should watch it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the movie. I just did.
A quick shout out to Dr. Block, who was Carolyn Purdy Gordon, which is actually Stuart Gordon's wife for a long time. Right?
I didn't go that far.
Okay,
but I've seen it in other things.
That's all I
There's
got.
a lot of actors, a lot you don't know from other stuff, and a lot that you've seen in other stuff.
You'd probably suck on her eyeball, wouldn't you?
I've sucked on her left eyeball. Oh no, the right one.
The right one's the
left
one
one
that's
got
left.
got.
The neighbor in this is also in Re-Animator, right?
The lady across the street.
Bunny Summers, yeah.
Then her dog's name's Bunny.
Yeah.
Are we going to step on the dumbest character right now?
No, I don't think she counts.
Okay.
Okay, so we start off with the experiment. We're going to go Crawford for the rest of the pod. Jeffrey Combs' character. He is working with Dr. Preterius, who is the brains behind the operation, but he figures something out with some kind of, I think he actually mentions changing the software, and that was what got it working. So he goes up, I don't know how real scientific experiments work, but I'm pretty sure it's not like this, just in somebody's house.
No, it checks out
with
in
an
my book.
S&M dungeon on the second floor below the attic, which is where they have the resonator. Mm-hmm. And the budget was $4.5 million. It wasn't for the actors.
It was for this machine.
It was for all this super high tech of the day. That computer with the black screen, the green lettering.
What do we think about the resonator? I thought it was a pretty cool device.
They did.
It needed a better name.
Most of the money went.
It had 4 little prongs on it. Forks, they called them.
Tunes, they call them forks. But I think those were actual
tuning forks. Yeah.
And a giant bubble and I thought it was a good design for the resonator.
Yeah.
Needed a different name. Sounds too much like Re-Animator. After just watching, not watching, but
Could be.
coming off the heels of Re-Animator, and they're like, it's the Resonator. I'm like, well, you just had a Re-Animator. Now you have a Resonator. Like,
How much power did that thing
Sounds
need?
too
What do we
close.
think, guys?
A lot. They were
apparently.
using double-aught cable, and that will pull shit through
thick-ass
whole
wires.
They were
neighborhood.
using those washer and dryer cords, like 12 of them to run this.
Guaranteed there was not enough power hooked up.
So let's
to
just
that
call it.
junction
Let's
box.
call it 5 of those. That would be like over 1,000 watts, right? Because it's 220s or amps, whatever.
Well,
I failed
It's not the
shot
watts
class.
that get you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You need thick cables.
I knew I'd set you up.
for
Alley-oop.
lots of amps.
Okay,
and,
lots of amps.
Or shit just turns red and red hot and melts.
Okay.
But there's no way there's
had
anything hooked up to his house that would supply that.
You think it was a Commodore 64 they were using to power this thing?
No.
Little IBM?
TRS-80. Okay. So he turns it on. He immediately gets attacked by those flying
Eels.
fish, eelworm things, and turns it off, goes downstairs, tells Pretorius, who's in the middle of an S&M
In the middle of
session
something.
with someone. He's like, it's working. That thing you said fixed it. it's working. He's like, you better not be wasting my time. There's somebody in here who needs to be whipped.
Quick side note, like 10 seconds. I bet you Pretorius convinced Tillinghast to go into his room a couple times. It feels that way. It feels like there was that relationship.
I think he wanted him to.
No, I don't
think he did.
I feel like Tillinghast got some. Smoking jacket. He puts on the smoking jacket, though, Pretorius. When you got a smoking jacket, you're a different level player.
Right. So the nosy neighbors cross the street, and she's like, hey, cops, there's some shit going on, some screaming, which, you know, you told me to call back if something's happening, and something's happening. Oh, no, if I'm disturbed or something like that, I'm disturbed. And the cops hang up. Well, but they eventually show up. So that's the neighbor. And you get the feeling like when you look at the house, this looks like a fucking haunted house in the middle of nowhere. But then it's in a neighborhood, which you never really get a good view of the neighborhood. So they didn't use a $4.5 million there.
Did you guys catch the address?
Benevolent Street?
666 Benevolent Street.
I completely missed that. That just makes it even better.
Totally normal neighbor.
Right. Benevolent.
So
almost like a god, right? Like
right.
Go ahead.
So he goes up, turns it on. Shit goes crazy. Windows blow out, bunch of lights. And I can't remember if they show everything that happens except him getting his head bitten off.
Crawford says we got to turn it off. There's a struggle, right?
Now, like
and then Edward Pretorius is like, hell no, I need this.
Because his pineal is like off the charts.
Right. He was busting out his pants probably.
Right. So Crawford runs out, cops show up.
Runs out with an axe. Scaring the
Right. Oh yeah, that was the one thing.
The
neighbor goes up into the house,
goes and chase her dog into the house.
Axe comes through the door, and he's like, "Fuck you, old lady," and darts past her on the stairs. So
She's
like, he could have knocked her down.
Time. She's screaming bloody murder, but taking her sweet ass
chasing
time,
him,
getting back out of the house.
She ain't moving fast. I mean, there's they would have had to CGI her down those stairs.
And as she's walking down the stairs.
And then Bunny goes back in the house, and we see Bunny licking the headless stump of Pretorius.
As dogs do.
I don't know who wants to bring this up, but the funniest thing in this entire movie are the two sketch outlines of the dead bodies where Bubba gets it and where Pretorius gets it. Those are the best. If early nomination for shortlist. Okay. I'll just throw it out there.
So the cops show up. Crawford's in the psych ward, and that's when we meet Dr. Catherine McMichaels, Barbara Crampton.
With her glasses and her tweed jacket.
Great glasses. Her hair up, white jacket, and then we meet the mean doctor who's just a punk-ass bitch.
Dr.
She's
Block.
like the Nurse Ratched character.
She's just angry at everybody.
Yeah.
Wants to electroshock everybody. But the cops show up, and they're like, we don't know what's going on. We can't find the body. What can you give us? I think we should take him back to the house and redo it, and he'll remember it all and tell us what happened.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Miggs from Silence of the Lambs was in this scene.
I was going to bring that up, too. We got to see a guy diddling himself a little bit.
Oh, I missed that.
It was the last door she looked in. The dude was butt naked.
That's right.
Yeah,
going to town.
When Dr. Catherine's going to get to
he looks back
his
over
door.
His shoulder.
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder. Yeah.
That just made his day right there. He got an audience.
What did Mick say to you?
He swallowed his tongue.
Okay, so she's got custody of Crawford. She's going to take him back.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a cop with him.
Of course.
With them. And
better
that's
be a
when
cop.
we meet Bubba Brownlee, former, probably defensive player. He does a lot of good tackling.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Either that or offensive line back then. He was a big gentleman.
Thinking by the number 55, he was a linebacker. Just to say.
I forgot that they also did a CAT scan and Crawford's pineal is extremely
His
large.
pineal gland is huge.
Yeah, and an impressive pineal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that pineal in your pocket? Yeah.
You just happy to see me.
Okay, so we meet Bubba. Bubba's
And it is
a
important
big
to note
cop, funny
A what?
football player.
that
Big cop.
Oh.
Crawford keeps touching his forehead in the middle, during this whole time.
Right. And that comes up a lot later. Yeah. So they arrive at the house. I mean, there's some plot flaws in this movie. Crawford is scared shitless.
Zero
He wants to
plot flaws.
bolt. He doesn't want to go back in the house. Bubba stops him. His friends call him Bubba. Bubba stops him.
Hey, did you know all football players are crazy?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what he says.
Okay, so they get in the house. Power's out. They need to find out where the power is to turn it on. They assume the basement. They ask Crawford. Boom. Crawford does a Houdini. They don't know where he is.
Go.
They gotta go. Bubba's like, we gotta fix the power first. Go down, turn the breaker on. Wires everywhere. I bet this leads to the resonator. So they go up to the attic, turn on the lights, and she's about to fiddle with the resonator.
Whoa.
And Crawford comes out of the shadows with an axe.
Yeah.
And Bubba stops him.
And they just gloss over this, by the way, I think.
Kind of. Yeah.
He comes at her with the axe.
He comes up
because I think he knows how dangerous the machine is, and she wants to recreate what happened.
I think she was just in the way.
Right.
And she also, I think her motive is to recreate what happened so she can see if he's lying or not, or to see what actually happens. He doesn't want this machine to be turned on at all.
Right.
So,
but then once Bubba intercepts him with the axe, he's just like, all right, who wants dinner?
No.
Like, I'm like, wait, he just tried to murder someone.
So
and you're a cop, and you're like, who wants dinner?
He's remembering.
Exactly. He's reliving the night of what he did to destroy it. So
and then
that's
like,
what. Yeah.
and she's like, well, we can pick up in the morning. And the next scene is at night.
Yeah.
What did
Bubba's making food.
What did he make?
That was like some
Potato?
kind of stew with biscuits on it.
The biscuits, like,
And he takes three of
them. He's a big
three
boy.
out of five.
He's a big guy.
Bubba he loves it. He smells it. And it, to be fair, it
Looked
looked pretty
all
good
right.
to me.
I
I'd
mean-
eat the shit out of that. Biscuits on anything. You put them on a sneaker. All right. Where are we? Tries to destroy us. Stops him. Crawford. Then he's fixing it. Right after they eat. It seems like the same night. There was no day scene. We'll wait till tomorrow. Where was tomorrow? Or did they just
it's
pick up
important to
that
note
night?
that he was given the choice of spending his life in the insane asylum, essentially, which is also the hospital, apparently.
Right.
But going with
I
Catherine.
think it's the same. Like
the same place,
some have
yeah.
like a psych
Right.
ward in the
Larger
hospital.
hospitals have psych wards.
But not for like residents.
Someone who's in
right, like not
forever. No, there's like short-term holding. Yeah. Okay, where are my glasses?
And then while they're looking for Crawford, they stumble across the S&M room with the video playing of Pretorius.
He was into some weird shit.
Yeah, he was. He was going at it.
Pretty mild by today's standards in a weird way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Okay.
Need to touch grass.
Then Crawford fixes the resonator. There's issues, we can't do this and that, but it'll work. Well, how did it work before? I mean, they had to change software for it to get to work, and now he can just manually plug shit in and it works.
He mentions he's bypassing the computer completely, and he's bypassing like
something
a lot of
computer
different
controlled.
So basically, there's a lot of fail stops that have been bypassed.
Yeah. Okay, so he fixes it.
Always a good idea.
And she's like, turn it on. She's like, okay, don't move. If you move, they'll know you're here, and it's not going to be a good thing.
Not good.
And what's Bubba do?
They turn it on. Everyone's pineal goes in overdrive, and Bubba starts seeing shit. The eels
come
and
back
the
in,
killer
wings
jellyfish.
shaking.
And he moves right away. What is that?
So Tillinghast and McMichaels kind of have a little thing, like immediately. So Third Wheel walks over to look at the shit. Like Third Wheel's like, oh great, and then he walks in and looks at those eels in the air. It was a new creature.
I'm going to throw this out there. Hot take. This movie's a little racist. This movie's a lot racist. Because
we know about HP.
Bubba is the third wheel in this movie. Okay, and later there's a scene where Bubba could have got it, and they had to make him look like
no.
Oh, I can't do that, and I'm gonna straighten
Would you say
out
that
type of thing.
Would you say that
That's
racist or progressive, as in he's like not going to be the one that like does what you think he's going to do?
No.
Like he's above that. He turns her around. Like, can we talk about that
No,
later?
it's racist. They can't
I don't know.
have
I
a
feel like
black man and a white woman make out and have sex on TV.
True.
Or in a movie.
That part, yes, that would have been bad, but they made it seem like he was above.
They had to make him seem above because you can't have a black man and a white woman have sex in a movie.
Not
or make out in a movie. I mean, it's anyway.
Unknowable. It's knowable. It's knowable.
Okay, so Bubba's reaching for the crazy jellyfish. It comes and it attacks him, and
I'm not reaching.
Throws it off.
If I'm there, I'm not reaching for shit.
Right. Blah blah blah. Crawford's.
So Bubba gets bit by the creature, but then Pretorius comes back.
Pretorius
he shows up,
and he's looked like he did,
which should exonerate.
He got attacked and killed.
It looks
should
like
exonerate.
a big ass scrotum.
Yeah, he's like, "Where you been?" I guess you weren't crazy. Is
Almost,
what
yeah.
Bubba says.
Oh yeah, he's just naked right now.
Yeah, and then Crawford goes up and he's like, "Oh, you can touch me if you want to." And he like goos out.
He says, "Touch me if it pleases you.
That's why
if it
I
helps
think-
you understand."
Right.
That's why I think that Crawford has been in his room before.
Right.
Nah. Pretorius is just
Well, no, he
fucked up.
wants Dr. Catherine to touch him.
Oh, he definitely
That's who
wants
he
Dr.
was.
He's like,
Catherine.
"Oh, you have me
because
at a
she doesn't understand.
disadvantage."
She's the one that needs to.
He's just
proof.
standing there, dick out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's the one who goes up and touches him, and it's like her hand like sinks into his.
No, that was
his hand.
That
yeah,
was
sinks
Crawford.
in, like,
Oh, I thought that was okay.
Yeah, and then he does the whole pulls his face
Pulls
off.
his face off,
People
yeah.
freaking out.
in theory, if he had a penis out and about, that would have smushed up.
I would have
right?
sloughed off. Yeah.
And then
When
like, he does
his
that
face opens up.
face,
And,
like the little things you don't
Yeah.
really get
The
a good head
Beetlejuice
on.
thing, yeah.
just like Beetlejuice.
It's amazing.
and then what's Crawford says when I guess they shut off the machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "That will be quite enough of that."
Well, Bubba pulls out the gat and unloads on him, and doesn't really like do anything, and then he's
Right.
like completely gooing out, and then turns it
and
off.
then we get to breakfast. And
Yeah.
they're like, one of them is it? Bubba says, "How can you eat after that?"
Catherine's making the breakfast
Yeah.
because she is hot and heavy, ready for whatever comes next.
And she doesn't like biscuits and stew. Bad choice.
Yeah.
Okay,
still
so go ahead.
It looked like a potato or some kind of.
I got a biscuit.
You think a biscuit on top?
It
What
was-
do you
it was a
think?
biscuit.
Like,
I don't know.
You can't cook a potato like that. It looked nice and fluffy. That was a good-looking biscuit.
okay.
Okay. So we're kind of just hanging out, and Crawford doesn't want to turn it on anymore. Bubba's bandaged up and completely on board with that. We do a little, and people are thinking their thoughts, and
This is
McMichaels is up in her room
Yep.
by herself in her nightgown, very 1870s, Little House on the Prairie looking. She's like, I'm going to turn this thing on.
turn on.
Something was tingling, and I'm going to turn this back on.
Her nethers.
And find out what's going on. She goes up in her nightgown, turns it on. Crawford senses his pineal goes crazy and senses it on. He goes up to find out what's going on. So they're both up there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Pretorius shows up a little bit gooier and all like half man, half
it's looking grosser.
wet, mucus.
Looks like a scrotum.
Now it's scrotum
With his
time.
arm like growing.
Oh
into
yeah, his arm's like
body.
fusing to his body.
And he's like, "Girl, you're gonna get it."
Girl,
Grabs her,
let me give you a kiss.
pulls her top off, or shreds the top of her nightgown. We see some chest.
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember that part? That's when you blacked out.
My pineal.
And Crawford's gonna go turn it off, and he's like, "Don't turn it off." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Like,
oh
and
yeah.
then he runs down to the basement. to
This was
unplug it.
very reflective of Pretorius earlier. She was overtaken by the whatever it is, right?
right.
Yeah,
but
she's like,
after this, she's not having it.
yeah,
that
or
was-
is she?
Well,
Yeah.
right. There was a very traumatic situation for her. You'll see after it gets turned off. So he's running downstairs, and you think he's bolting. And Bubba thinks he's bolting too. Bubba tackles him. Bubba Brownlee, coming out of nowhere,
in a skivvy,
tackles in a bold choice to be wearing any time of day.
Those are briefs. Those are like worse than briefs. Those are like.
But he pulled them off.
That's what guys wore in 1986.
Right? Guy, there's no Dunlap going on.
And then he gets wet. It was like a wet t-shirt contest, but a wet underwear contest. It was like, whoa, I can see.
So he's like, bro, we got to turn it off. I'm not trying to escape.
We can't skip
it's
past
in the basement.
That. Like, you can see every detail of his...
Yeah. I can skip past that,
of his
but
pineal.
obviously you can't.
Yeah.
His pineal was showing.
His pineal was in overdrive. So they go down to the basement to pull the lever that's going to turn off all the power at the junction box. There was not a circuit breaker box. That was like 100 amp breakers.
Illegal, probably. Against
Frankenstein
code.
style.
Yeah.
But the basement's full of water, and the baby dune worm, just like a dune worm,
that was a big-ass
shows
worm.
up and starts eating Crawford. And Bubba's like, I need to go get a weapon. Runs in the kitchen, completely forgets about his gun. Runs in the kitchen, gets a butcher knife, and comes in. Like, when he was running, he does like this little leg kick thing. I was like, did he just do that? I mean, that's some overacting. Like,
nah.
Was it slippery, or was there like a little heel kick?
It was necessary. Whatever Bubba did, I trusted Bubba.
Ken knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ken's a seasoned actor. Runs down like Tarzan's off the top rope onto the back of the dune worm and starts stabbing it, and like just comes like goo and like just gives up, I guess. And then he gets thrown. He tries to pull Crawford out of this thing, and he's up to the shins at this point, and gets thrown off into the water of the game. But he's right next to the junction box, and he just pulls the cables, just manhandles cables right out of there,
rips it right off.
Water's gone, dune worm's gone. Bruh has been
important to know he's been in a mouth.
Yeah.
Crawford has been in a mouth.
Yes. Right? All the hair from his waist up is gone.
His skin
eyebrows, it looked like they shaved him for that part.
His skin is sensitive to the touch.
Well, yeah, there's probably some.
We could tell
some stomach acid got on him and shit. And so up in the attic going on at the same time, Pretorius is like, "I'm gonna give you a kiss," and a kiss to him means I'm gonna bite your head
suck
off.
on your head.
So he starts sucking on her head with this great, a la The Thing type of gooey, mutant monster looking thing with a head popping out of a head. It was really good.
Oh, to this point, the monsters, the practical effects, killing it.
On fleek.
On fleek, as
That's an old one.
As they said 10 years ago.
15. Nuance. So, and then everything just disappears, and Bubba gently picks up Crawford, takes him, not to the hospital. No. We're just going to go put him in the sex room.
Yeah.
On a bed in the sex room.
Seriously.
Good place for him.
If you had a blacklight, what would that room look like?
Oh, my God. Like a fireworks display was what it would look like. And the Pretorius monster eating or kissing McMichaels goes away, and she does a really good job of like a freak out, and this was a attempted rape, sexual assault type of reaction.
On par with that, for sure.
And it was really good. It was really effective. I mean,
yanks out cords from the machine, turns off the switch,
like,
all that stuff, right?
I was wrong. This is gone forever in my life. So turns out it's not.
Right. Bubba's ready to cut bait, but Dr. Catherine, she's like, all I have to do is just stand there with my hand on the switch. We can keep doing experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Except you don't.
Exactly what Mike says. The problem was involving third-party people, like not being... It's distracting, they said, right?
Yeah.
So if she just stood there getting off with her hand on the switch, it would be better.
Right. She's like, all we need is somebody to stand with their hand on the switch. So if it gets too crazy, just shut it off.
Right.
And that's not
bad idea.
Bad, yeah.
Early candidate.
Bubba wants to cut bait and get it. And then
Bubba's the smartest guy in the show.
Bubba's like, hey, I'm loading the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then is this where we get
yes.
Our favorite scene?
Yes, it is.
My favorite scene, at least.
Walk us through your favorite scene.
Well, like,
I
mean, I'm
like excited to tell us about this. Is that your pineal gland?
I'm boring. I don't have a big pineal gland. No. I'm not adventurous in
like
certain
Catherine's.
ways, but Dr. Catherine would make me adventurous. I'm just going to put it that way.
If you weren't married.
If I wasn't married.
Dr. Catherine, yeah, it was almost like a Dracula kind of thing. It was a trance she became to get in. She started putting leather on her face, rubbing it on her face.
Yeah.
And then she's like, this
Just
leather.
shows up in a leather outfit, which, true story, later she sells at a garage sale.
Did she? Yes. Nice. I mean, I say nice because I don't know that I'm the one who bought it.
Right.
Anyway, so
yeah,
she puts
so in
that
the movie
lipstick
she shows
on.
up, Crawford hairless, laying unconscious.
Hairless and like rubbed with all the whatever the anti-burn
some
cream.
salve on
Yeah.
her.
Right.
He's got some
he
red
is in a
dots
state.
all over. Yeah.
So yeah, but she shows up in the outfit and
She starts to grope and
she's
touch.
groping.
Then she straddles.
Well, she reached down, grabbed something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
groping.
know. Who knows? But then she smelled her
knows?
fingers and maybe like tasted her fingers.
Yeah, she did.
went.
Yeah,
This was like
You gonna gloss
it was
over
in
that?
slow mo in your mind, right?
her pineal is like taking her through her second puberty. Is what's going on there. And
Lick-
poor unsuspecting Crawford is about to be sexually.
Is the term pre-cum too far for the show?
I don't think
Please.
I don't think any of that came.
Explicit.
Pun intended. So she starts straddles grinding, very attractive actor, and then
Jeffrey Combs.
Bubba comes in, and
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing? And then she's like, oh,
It's a shame.
and this is what I'm saying, like
Right.
the racism comes in. They can't sexually do anything together.
Right.
I don't think he wanted to.
I think
Because he pulls her up and is like, look at what you're
Right,
doing. And
but that's
then
what
it
I'm
takes her
saying.
seeing
But
herself in the mirror and be like, oh
what
shit.
Charlie's saying is
Something's taking control of my head.
She's attractive. They're not in
Right.
immediate danger. She's coming on to him.
why not?
Why not?
That's what Charlie's saying.
couldn't.
Is that character
can't
could
be
have
on
easily scot-free, had some sex with.
I think he's too like, some shit's fucked up. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then when they're safe and gone, then he'd be like, "Hey,
get them digits."
Do you think we had some chemistry back there in that house?" Like, and then I think it could have worked.
I
out.
think-
I think his primary mission is let's get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing, fucking around? Because he shows her in the mirror, like, "What are you doing?" And that's when she realizes, like, "What am I doing?
I
Something's
think
taking
it's
over
a
my brain."
both. I think it's a yes and because I think
Yeah,
at the time
could
it
be.
would have been super controversial for them to.
But wouldn't like a progressive like Stuart Gordon like just make them do it?
He was exploitative. I don't know if he was progressive.
He still had to answer
Yeah.
to people, right?
I guess.
Yeah. It's unknowable.
But like he did at one point, Ken Foree was like, or
he gave
Bubba,
her a look.
he did. He was like,
a
"You're
minute.
asking for it," and what he meant by that was, "You're asking for me to like shake you and say,
Yeah.
look at yourself."
Yeah.
So he's probably shocked that since this is an 80s horror movie, he's still alive at this point.
That's
There's probably that.
not for long.
He's a red shirt on Star Trek beaming down to the unknown planet for sure.
In the meantime, what happens?
The damn thing turns itself on.
Yeah, the
again.
resonator
God
turns itself back
damn.
on from beyond.
From beyond. Ooh, he worked it in.
Yeah, he worked it in. I love when they work the title in. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So they go up, all of them go up into the attic again, and then the new monster, the little transdimensional killer carnivorous bees show up.
That's
Bees
fair.
from
Attracted
hell.
to light, and Bubba gets it off of them by using the light and then drops it, and the light shines directly on him.
And then I think he said something like, "Oh no, Bubba."
So they go after him, but
Yeah.
at no point does he get out of the light,
No.
Gosh, man.
which is
And they
not
devour
a
him.
setup.
They
Not a good setup, but the
devour him.
devouring.
Probably
was
the best,
really
one of the
good.
best effects in the.
They were on Dr. Catherine and they were on Crawford for a while.
No marks.
And there's just like, like some bleeding.
But they were divided. They were split.
They get
between
on
the two of
him
them.
and like pieces are missing. Guts are missing. He just
his head is there.
Muscles are gone.
But then
But
he's laying on
nothing
his
left of
back
him.
and his legs are completely chewed, gone. Like there's bone.
Yeah.
And viscerage.
Right.
I think you see some rib cage.
There's rib cage.
Yeah.
And he's alive.
He's
Somehow.
alive. He's tough, man. He's football players.
And we get his chalk outline later. It's the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
His little stumpy arms get drawn.
And then, of course, Pretorius shows up again. Pretorius, whatever.
Looking like a scrotum.
Looking like a scrot. Into create some mayhem, madness, death, and some kind of
And then
alluded
we,
to
find,
pleasure.
we see the pineal gland come out of the head, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Is that the
He's-
gland that
yes,
comes
evolving.
out? Right?
He's evolving into
and
it.
and we notice it's like a third eye and it has predator vision,
yeah.
which is wild.
Oh,
you think
it's so
Predator stole that from
beautiful.
this?
Probably.
Predator was the next year. Did
Maybe.
they steal that from this?
Maybe.
No.
Probably not. They probably didn't even see that movie. None of the actors saw that movie. None of the production. I mean, that was a big production. Nobody watched that movie.
So they get taken back to the hospital.
Well, she takes out the fire extinguisher, goes to
yeah.
bash it. He stops her, but then she like sprays it, and there's short circuiting, and we're to believe
Which
that
I don't know if that would have worked, but
no, very
we'll hold that.
conductive material that shorts out the thing, and of course the monster's gone, and they're back at the hospital, and evil nurse is gonna evil, and
Nurse Ratchet gonna ratchet.
right, she's always dressed up like a surgeon.
Yeah.
She's a doctor. She is a doctor, not a
But
nurse.
she's
It
a
is
psych.
important to note.
Is she a doctor?
She is Dr. Block.
But is she a surgeon? There's lots
No,
of doctors
probably
who are
not, but she
surgeons.
can-
They
she
do
can
not wear the hairnet.
She can issue ECT like that, though, apparently, which is the
right to another sane doctor. So he's out, still hairless, in one room. She looks at the hole in his forehead. His little pineal dick
pops
comes
out.
out, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And doesn't say anything to anybody about it.
forehead dick.
Yeah.
And the cops are there, and she's like, "Dr. McMichael needs electroshock therapy. It'll cure everything."
Cure everything. The DA was there.
One of his
everything.
best guys is gone.
Yep.
Bubba
DA's
Brownlee.
pissed.
Gone. Got.
I like this jersey. I know I'm stepping on Mike's corner here. Mike likes jerseys.
What's up with the jersey?
Mike
He's a
likes
football
teams.
player, man.
I know, but what
It was
It
not.
looked
a
like
team.
college.
it was all
Yeah.
Could have been
nondescript. no
Yeah,
name.
nondescript. Like
No, yeah.
Ohio State ish, but not really.
It was orange. Syracuse.
No, it was red. It was red.
It was like
red
Chiefs.
and silver.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could have been Chiefs.
But it was like Ohio State, but not. But yeah, it was somewhere in there.
Okay, so
Maybe Miami, Ohio. I don't know.
That's a good
doctor
guess.
shenanigans ensue. They're strapping McMichaels to the chair to administer electroshock therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is 1958. Like I think at that point,
Oh, they still do
electroshock
it.
therapy was not a
They
thing.
still do ECT. a
or it
little
was
bit,
on
yeah.
the way out. Now it's like rarely
Electroconvulsive
used.
therapy. is-
Rarely used.
Oh, you guys seen Requiem for a Dream?
Oh my
Where they
gosh.
do it on Ellen Burstyn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
She done needed it though.
oh, so heavy, so brutal,
She needed it.
dude. That shit
I'm
was
kidding. I'm kidding.
What the
kidding.
hot
I'm
take?
kidding.
Okay. So
never went through with it here though.
then we have the Great Escape.
You do.
Crawford
Crawford's
goes
eating
out and he's
brains.
like going to this one lab where there's just like random
eating
bloody
brains.
body parts that he's chomping on.
Yeah,
He was drawn
and
there
Dr.
by
Block's
his,
like, that's gonna make you sick.
You don't need to be doing that. Come with me.
he was drawn there by his predator vision.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, okay. And then, you know what looks
You know
good
what?
right now? You know what I could go for? An eyeball.
Yo brain. So Dr.
How do you
Block.
get to the brains through
This
the eyeballs?
was the most
apparently.
like I felt for Dr. Block in this movie. She was like very kind to him. You shouldn't.
Which was
eat
kind of
this.
out of
It was
character.
weird. Yeah, it's gonna make you sick. And he's like, "What's happening to me?" You know, all crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, go.
And then right on her eyeball with his mouth. How do you get an eyeball out with your mouth?
I mean,
you can't bite it. It's recessed.
Practice.
You put your tongue on it, but that's just going to make everybody very uncomfortable and make an awkward situation.
I've heard that Crawford Tillinghast can suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Or an eyeball out of a skull.
Yep.
So it doesn't really show it, but we assume she's got.
Which
And-
wouldn't kill you. Like your eye being forcefully pulled out of your head would not kill you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
You're right.
something else happened, and she's gone.
He was focused on the brain. The brain did show up on his vision.
And alarms go off, and this is how McMichael's Catherine gets away. They leave just like one guy, and she like, I don't know, kung fu's him.
Use that light to smash his head.
That would probably hurt. That would hurt. Make you dizzy a little bit.
It would make me say, I'm done with this shit.
So she's out. She's going to go back to the house. She jumps in the van, takes off. Just as Crawford's coming out, he sees her, like, Catherine. But she's not gone. But then that ambulance like immediately backs up into that space. I was like, at first I was like, is that her? Did she hear him and then come back? No. It's just some cranky ass motherfucker,
drunk hobo,
and a paramedic with a hobo and some other paramedic who's taking her shit probably way too long.
It is important to note that DTs is short for delirium tremors, right? And it's just a shaking, right? That goes into it's a symptom of alcohol and stuff, right? So, but not what she's making it seem to be.
No. So the dude paramedic takes the guy having the DTs off on the stretcher, and she's there. She's like, grab me a sandwich or something. Mm-hmm. And then the guy doesn't reply. She goes to look, and the guy with the DT is like, he
the
got
snakehead, yeah.
And then we see Crawford sucking another eyeball.
Sucking on them eyeballs.
Right.
What was the finger popping?
Finger popping eyeball.
Finger popping, man. Okay. So then he gets the ambulance, and he's going back too.
Mm-hmm. Save the day, right?
Catherine shows up with a beautiful homemade bomb. Where the fuck does she get the bomb?
She
just in
had
a bag.
Dynamite, like 4 sticks of dynamite.
That wasn't like
like the shit you blow up buildings with.
Movie dynamite. It was like a white package stick that you like.
The shit you blow up, like implode a stadium
or take down whole buildings.
Yeah,
with an exotic timer on it. It looked legit. I think that's where all the $4.5 million went.
The timer had like decimal points and shit.
when you put a ticking clock into a movie, you're making things better.
You're making things better.
She MacGyvered it.
I didn't see a blue or a red wire though to cut.
No, that was legit. That's what I'm saying. So she goes up, runs up there, puts it on the resonator, ready to go.
Comes back on.
And the goddamn thing comes back on from beyond. Crawford shows up. Pineal just jumping out randomly everywhere.
Is this when he tries to detain her?
Yeah.
Yes. He's under the control.
She escapes by biting his pineal.
But she was all like in there, like rubbing the leather cuffs and straps and stuff. And
that was earlier, wasn't it? I think that was when her descent into bondage.
Got it. So he shows up, straps her up, bites his pineal dick off.
Bites his forehead dick.
Right. And so he's out.
Bites through it.
Rips it.
And then she's still tied up, but the thing's on, the resonator's on, and the little flying eels. And she's like, oh, come bite this off. So she moves her hand. Bites through the one cup.
Pretty smart.
Which
might argue with her categories later. So
right. And then she, kind of slowly moves and then starts shaking the other one, and then they get that one
risky move, Cotton.
Yeah.
Bold move.
It paid off. So she gets out of that. Pretorius is there. He's all full on monster from the thing at this point.
Evolves.
And he's going to get her, and Crawford leads him away. Basically, he's like, fuck you. You limp dick motherfucker. That's why you
he did
do this.
He did call him impotent.
That's why you beat people, because you're impotent, basically. So it works. He runs off. The thing and morphs into like a flying monster thing.
Bat
monster. It kind of looks small at first, but then it's definitely huge. Smaller. And he's running down the stairs, and it just like off the top rope, wing clips him, knocks him down, and just goes full on chomp on his head, right? And
or
twist
and
it
chomp
around, which was really cool.
A la what we didn't see with Pretorius, right?
The practical effects were really good. So he's gone. She's upstairs with the bomb. She tries to run out, but he's down there and stops her. And the flying eels show up again, too.
Didn't something fall out of, like, between his legs and slither over to her and, like, grab her? I feel like that was his dick. Like, morphin dick grabbed her.
Mighty morphin dick.
So she runs off. She can't go out the front door. She has to go back upstairs. And there's like water coming down. I don't know where that plays in. She tries to go in one door, and then like super long hand stops her. She has to go back up the attic. She goes back up to the attic. It's coming after her.
Good climax here. Then what stops it is Crawford, because he was eaten by it. Right, go.
So Crawford was eaten and then busts his way out of Pretorius
by
with
design.
all his hair's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking spry.
But then there's like this one body, two people, gooey, mutant, bloody, pink.
Like a fight. Like a fight for control, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they're going back and forth.
He gets eaten. Then his head, he's trying to crawl out, and then arms start coming out of places.
Then an arm
It's
gets
just
ripped
so
off,
much goo.
Faces pull apart.
Oh, it's so
Great
good.
stuff.
There's skulls inside of
biting
it.
a
Like there's
neck.
other people inside there too somewhere.
It was really, really good.
It is
This
fucking
whole
gross.
time, what's happening? That counter is
That
counting
timer
down.
Counting down
Tick,
is 30
tick, tick.
seconds, and then
20. And you're right. It's,
yeah. So there's no resolution. I mean, like it looks like he killed Crawford, but
Bad's
then
gotta get
who
out.
knows?
Eventually,
it's just all guts. and
eventually he
gore.
has to let go of Crawford, or let go of
Catherine.
Catherine.
Right. Does that. Bomb
Jumps out the window.
Jumps out the
Escapes the
goddamn
bomb.
window from the third floor.
Third
The
floor.
attic.
That's up. That's high.
The bomb
That's
goes off, blows up the resonator, blows up everything.
Blows up her kneecaps.
Yeah.
Was that her kneecap? Or
Well, I thought that. I don't know if that blew that
Was
or
that
that was from the
gore?
fall.
Either
Oh, yeah.
one, like it could have been
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
And then just like random neighborhood folks show up in pajamas and bathrobes.
Like
Everybody-
heard some loud noises and
Hey,
everything. Okay.
Let's bring our damn kids to see what's going on. Did you see the kids there? I'm like, don't bring your kids to this
And
fire.
then the nosy neighbor with Bunny walks up to her, and the closing scene, and it's just like
Maniacal.
bit
yeah.
his head off, and she starts screaming, crying, and then a maniacal laugh.
She's got a very
Right.
evil laugh.
awesome.
It's
Credits. So she's
yeah,
insane. at
Little
that
little
point.
ambiguous.
her
yeah.
brain
This
is
was
broken.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Lovecraftian. She's been driven to madness. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the movie's over. Roll credits.
Roll
Yeah.
credits.
What do you guys think?
Great, man. Good body horror. That end
Fantastic.
sequence.
A good
incredible.
move to it. Some great men in Speedo underwear running around. Some heads bitten off. Gore, viscera everywhere.
So good. Yeah.
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 Some plot holes, but I could live with them easily.
Easily. I mean, every movie's got some. If you really, really nitpick.
Yeah.
Something I was thinking. So this film, we all liked it a lot. Metacritic was 60.
That's
Not
really good for this side.
generous
Yeah.
for this kind of
for this
movie.
guy.
Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes 73, fan score 70. But my
That's-
question is, like, if Re-Animator doesn't exist, is this rated higher? It's almost a chicken
Lower.
and the egg.
It's lower.
Like, if Re-Animator doesn't exist, this might not get made.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, because of the success of Re-Animator, this has to, like, exceed that bar, which is really hard to do. Because if you read a lot of the reviews, I read a lot of the reviews on this movie, and a lot of the critics are like, it's not Re-Animator, but like really, really good.
Yeah.
Or like one of the best horror movies of the 80s, but it's a notch short of being Re-Animator. And it's like, if you don't compare it to Re-Animator, does this get rated like, 80, 85
I feel
instead
like
of 60?
the critics, are you asking us as
yeah.
lay people, or are you asking critics? Because I
Both,
think the
guess.
critics,
Your opinion, of
the
course.
critics would have given it lower. I think the Re-Animator gave us permission to relish in this type of imagery and
Objectively, the Re-Animator was done better.
Yeah.
It was better production, better acting,
Yeah.
better directing, better script. Bride of the Re-Animator followed after From Beyond and carried on, and they were better movies. But
feel
if
like-
there was no Re-Animator, I think this movie would have gotten more love because
Yeah.
it did.
Really? Okay.
It just like Re-Animator broke those barriers,
Sure.
and brought us a new genre. Really, H.P. Lovecraft America.
Mm-hmm.
Without that movie, I think this movie would have done the same thing and be higher up on everyone's list.
I will say that From Beyond is a higher concept movie, right? It's not just, hey, this thing's dead, I've created a reagent to bring this back to life. This is dealing with some heavier, more ambitious, if you will, topics. So I don't know, but I still think that without the Re-Animator, this one would have been like kind of cast aside because we had the we love Jeffrey Combs going into it. We love Stuart Gordon. We love Barbara Crampton. But maybe I see what you're saying too, because the Re-Animator,
it cast a big shadow.
Yeah.
At the same time, it also, like, I get your point, it lifted this movie up. Like, this may have just been a bomb that went away and no one ever heard of again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the only comp I kind of have to this is when Old School came out in like 2002, 2003, whatever that was.
Wedding Crashers?
No, Old School.
Okay, no, I know.
Like when that came out, like Will Ferrell was like peak powers on SNL. I think maybe just retired from SNL. Did Old School, was like the biggest comedy in years and was like the biggest thing. Like it was, everybody owned it. It was on all the time. Everybody quoted it. Anchorman comes out a year or two later, and I vividly remember seeing Anchorman, and everyone I talked to and like people that were like, reviewing were like, it's not Old School, but it's funny. Like they compared it to Old School because it was so close in time. It was Will Ferrell playing two different characters, and Old School was like the bar was way up high, and Anchorman was had to reach that level if it wanted to, rise like by comparison. And everyone was just like, it's funny, but it's not Old School, or like Will Ferrell's good, but Frank the Tank's better. Like, and so, but then I think as the years go on, more people quote Anchorman than Old School. Probably everyone's like, "You're my boy, Blue," or "We're gonna go to Bed Bath and Beyond. Don't know if we'll have enough time." Shit like that.
Sure.
But like Anchorman is like more pop culture relevant, I think, nowadays than Old School is. And Ron Burgundy's been around in other things and at sporting events or just popping up on ESPN randomly as Ron Burgundy, shit like that. I don't know. I want to know why this didn't ever reach the level of Re-Animator as far as people talking about it or people appreciating it or whatever.
First of all, good comp. I like the comp. That was a good comedy comp, don't you think, Charlie?
That was good.
Thank you.
I'm definitely more of an Anchorman fan than the Old School, but
I have a confession. First time I saw Anchorman, I hated it.
But
because it wasn't Old School,
because it wasn't old, it wasn't as good.
See,
and I watched it another time. Someone was like, "Oh, this is great," and I'm like, "Eh." But
I mean,
Old School. We watched it. And
Old School's a hard R too,
better.
and Anchorman's PG-13, so there's that aspect of it too.
Yeah, I guess there's no way to litigate which one would be better if the other one didn't exist, but I would imagine that a ton of people saw Re-Animator and were like, I have to see whatever's next. So this was the first one. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's out there. It is out there, right? We got some pineal glands flying out of heads.
Pine cone glands everywhere.
I mean, if you like body horror, this is up your alley.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to some categories, some questions, if you will. Which kill was best?
I gotta think it's the end sequence,
when it showed Jeffrey Combs is telling us.
When Pretorius swallows up Crawford and then they're the fight and it's just the gooey shit all over the place.
Yeah.
I think it's gotta be that one.
I agree, because you get to see his head twisted and bitten off, and then that's not the end of that kill because they're fighting in the same body later.
They're fighting in a blob.
They do hint at his head being removed, at Pretorius's head being removed, and they show like the spine at the top, the neck twisted, right? So we don't know
it.
Bunny's licking it, so we don't know how it happened, so they give us that answer.
This is how it happened.
Yes.
And that was really good.
I like that.
I agree.
Like I've been waiting to know how it was looking like that, so I agree.
And I think they did it on purpose. They didn't show that because they show so much. Why not show that unless you're going to save it and keep us until the end? Could you escape this? Where did the victims go wrong?
Don't go into a house with a 6666 Benevolent Street address. Like,
for sure.
That's gated.
That's red flag number one.
Just going to steer clear of that
Red flag number two is the axe, like when you walk in and like this device needing like so much power. I'm like, I'm not going near this thing. This was not to code.
First time I saw flying eels, and I'm out.
Why did they have to?
Especially if it's sucked on his
arm. I would not
arm.
cook no biscuits. I'd have been out.
Right.
Why did they have to stay in the house? Why couldn't they like come investigate? then be like, all right, let's go down to the Super 8 and
because
chill.
the doctor kept.
And we'll come back later.
Right.
The doctor.
They're like cooking meals in the house.
Kind of in
I ain't
charge.
cooking meals in that
Catherine
house.
led the
I'm not
way
eating
for
in
that.
there. Kidding me?
Catherine was the driving force on that.
Yeah.
Catherine was in charge of Bubba and killing gas.
Yeah.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So it was whatever she says.
Unless there was somebody who needed to get tackled or bullets fly. But Bubba should have left.
Yeah.
I would have left.
Bubba
I
should have
mean,
left.
fire
I'm
me,
like,
man.
Fuck that.
If
Fire
Dr.
my-
Catherine got in that leather right from the start, I wouldn't argue with leaving the house. But
I mean, that's a good point.
Okay.
fine, I'll stay.
Now it brings us to who's the dumbest character.
It's got to be Catherine.
It has to
To
be.
me,
She keeps
it's gotta be
fucking
Catherine.
turning that goddamn thing on.
She acts on her own to turn this thing on. She knows Pretorius died. She knows
a raper.
And once she knows Pretorius died, she thought it was by axe from Crawford. But
Right.
then she turns it on and sees we've got this whole other universe that's
And he's
visible.
there. So
right.
obviously, Crawford didn't kill him.
Exonerated Crawford, and then it's got to be Catherine, right?
Yeah. I have another pick. It's definitely
But the
probably
neighbor,
her.
the neighbor lady.
Oh, well, the neighbor going in there. Doesn't even go in there. But my other one is it's the doctor or the orderly or whoever, the nurse, that when they're about to do the electroshock therapy and then they get interrupted because Crawford's eating brains and they're like, Crawford's getting away.
Right.
Good reason.
They're like, lock her up. We got to go deal with this. And she's already strapped down to this gurney. He starts like undoing the straps, and then she fucking gets away, beats him and gets away.
He didn't know it was
I'm like,
coming.
why are you undoing her? She's already strapped down. Just be like, leave her strapped down, go out and lock that door.
He's just a CAT scan
He
tech.
just-
He didn't know people like get violent and attack you if they
I
don't
gotta
want
be
to get a
honest,
CAT
I
scan.
don't know, man.
Or
felt a-
electroshock.
I'm like, why
sorry.
are you undoing her straps?
felt
They
a
said
little
lock her
bad
up, and
for
you're
him.
undoing her straps.
I felt a
What are
little
you
bad
doing?
for him there because like he had his finger on that button. This is probably his first
Oh, he's
time
so
doing
close.
it.
He's
He
like,
was
I'm gonna get to do it. I'm gonna get to do it.
You could see his pineal gland throbbing, but no, it's
It's
But that's
gotta
a
be
good
Catherine for
candidate.
me.
But Catherine,
Dumb
but she was smart shaking them wrists for those eels. She made some
But
smart
that doesn't
decisions.
make up for all the
You're right.
shenanigans she caused.
You're right. So like, she had two motives. Her dad wasted away in one of these facilities with schizophrenia. So this was important to her.
That's really an important motive too.
So
It's important to know her background
Remember-
and why she cares so much.
remember Deep Blue Sea when it was like that was like the motive for the main lady in it was like her
why
dad
she
died
broke
from
all those
Alzheimer's or whatever.
protocols. Yeah.
It was like that.
Better execution than Lucy.
But I'm voting for Catherine.
Anybody got any fun facts other than she sold that dominatrix outfit at a
That's a
garage
good
sale?
fact.
No,
Did I tell you that
Who's got
H.P.
that?
Lovecraft was a racist?
I wonder how many times that was on eBay. Sealed in
I got
plastic.
so many comments. that
Sealed
I'm
in
just-
plastic.
Yeah.
It still smells like the day it was warm.
My comment was going to deal with smell. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mike, you bid on that, right?
Yeah, but it was
You
not my
lost out.
budget.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Gore score. 1 to 10.
I like 8 on this one. Maybe 9. There's a lot of goo and dripping stuff and just some amazing stuff. Head ripped off, but like mostly the body horror stuff was
Yeah.
8, 9.
We gave the thing 8.5, so I gave this 8.5.
I agree.
On par
On
with
that,
the thing.
on that.
You know, the
scale.
thing about like
thing
body
about the
horror,
thing?
yeah, pun intended, copyright pending. So the thing about body horror, I get that it's the gore score is high, it's gory, it's gross, but that doesn't bother me. Like if
What about those kneecaps blown off?
right, it's the kneecaps. Like if she had like cut her leg with a razor blade or get into S&M and like sliced up Crawford a little bit, that bothers me so much more.
What about
So it's like the gore score is like a 6, but the gross score is like a 9.
that's true. There's
Yeah,
a gross
it's more
score.
like a gross than a gore.
What about Bubba's body after all those
That was
blasts?
gory. I mean, that
gory.
was more along the lines of I could get behind that being gory and gross.
But like the touching Pretorius and stuff.
I mean, that's
like
gross.
him
But it is,
doing-
even in the in the same body fight.
We need to hash this out. We need to hash out his gross gore.
Because I wonder if that lowers the thing's gore score then. Because we didn't hash that out before the first episode.
I don't. But that's just
Well, the thing also has the thing was also like really bloody. Like
It's objectively
even
more
the
bloody.
It's more bloody than this. Yeah.
They made a whole monster
So
out
maybe
of
we'll
blood.
just drop it to 8, 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the 8.
I mean, it's gory.
Yeah.
Like Mary could never watch this movie because she does not like gore,
Right.
I'm fine with
and
the
it's
8.
a gore score.
I'm fine with the 8, but I would be fine higher too.
Yeah. We'll do 8.
Okay.
But gross scale is like 9.5.
Yeah.
Which we don't have to. We don't have to start doing both because not all every movie.
Making something wet, it just makes it so much worse.
or better, depending on who you are.
It made Charlie wet.
Okay. Is the director
McMichaels was pretty
is the
wet
director
at
a Hall of
some point.
Famer?
I want to say
Absolutely.
yes.
At some point,
He's
I
on the
want to
list.
say short list faux
Put him
show.
in there.
short list.
He's got a good body of work. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I mean, come on.
Is that what you're going
Is that
with?
a horror? Could you imagine being shrunken down?
I mean, that's pretty
being
scary.
Almost run over by a
ant?
lawnmower and
Scorpion?
shit.
Why is there a scorpion in their backyard?
No.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Is that your next pick, Justin? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
The Killer. So this would be Pretorius. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Or would it be Pretorius plus the whole dimension? Like it's
And that's too. That's
beyond,
like
right?
zombies.
I'm
All
gonna
the
say no.
zombies,
I'm gonna
so-
say
Yeah, I'm
Pretorius
gonna pass
doesn't make
on that.
enough of an
Okay.
impression.
Yeah.
Are any of the heroes or protagonists Hall of Fame?
Is the only protagonist really Bubba?
Bubba Brownlee.
The question is McMichaels a protagonist? Is Crawford a
She
protagonist?
keeps wanting to do
They're
the
severely
dangerous
flawed
shit.
They are
protagonists.
complicit in.
Right.
Yeah.
Make bad decisions. They're not heroes. I wouldn't say heroes.
Right.
Bubba,
But I put him on my
more
squad.
hero-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd be on my squad. He'll take them hits.
You
for
like
you.
that should be
With a heart on.
tight brown underwear.
I love that he didn't. He had zero fear of asking, "How does this explain my heart on?" I love that.
Just throw it out there, and then went and made some biscuits and stew.
One of these mini episodes should be building a crew, right? Don't you think?
Right.
Your end of the world crew.
Your end of the
Whenever
world crew.
you're taking on a monster, a zombies,
And
some Draculas.
Is this the best Ken Foree?
Is good.
Anyway,
I mean, Ken Foree is Ken Foree.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's more of a leader in Dawn of the Dead, right?
he's a core four
Yeah.
guy. Yeah,
but he's
Yeah.
a funny protagonist.
But he's a terrible shot.
Beyond.
right.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Flyboy.
Yeah.
Movie props. Any props?
Ken Foree's underpants.
Right? The dominatrix outfit.
There's several. If I could include the headless sketch on the ground of the body, that would be great. But I don't know how it would fit in.
The resonator. I could pick the resonator.
The resonator's great. If
It's a
we'd have
big
to do a
prop,
small scale,
but
right?
I could pick that
Maybe a
up.
1/2 scale.
The
Flying
eels?
eels?
The flying eels.
Those were
Those are
great.
pretty recognizable.
And
And
Mike
unique.
brought this up earlier. Today they would F that up so bad with some CGI shit. That
Yeah.
went-
yeah, that
Well, that was like CGI, but
No, it was
it
film-
was
it was
so
they,
bad.
they
Film
made
over
the
film.
models though. Like they just
It was
superimposed-
it looked digital.
they filmed.
they
They probably
superimposed-
filmed
yeah.
like a
They made the models
claymation.
Right.
What do you call it? Where you take a picture, you stop
Stop
it,
motion.
move-
Stop
stop
motion.
motion photography, and they just overlaid the film
Right.
one on top of the other.
They made those. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all practical.
Okay.
Okay, final thoughts. Any final thoughts?
Makes me want to watch Re-Animator again.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I was
Love
thinking
a
that.
double feature: Re-Animator, Brighter
Oh.
Re-Animator.
We haven't done the actresses or actors, right? So like Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs, like they live in royalty as far as horror royalty in my mind.
Great
Yeah.
chemistry in Re-Animator. Different because they're enemies in that, and they're
Yeah.
like on the same team in this.
We can hash it out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
this was great. I love this was just for one that I just was not on my radar, that never came up in my algorithm for
You
any
page.
reason. Just it was just great. Great pick, Charlie.
A
I
gem.
Really
You're
love
like when you brought pieces. Oh my god!
I'll let
that
you
movie
guys
is
have this.
So bad and so good. I how did I miss this?
Okay.
Type
We
of thing.
can't put From Beyond and Pieces in the same.
No, I'm saying the feeling
Okay,
is
okay.
what
You're
I'm
glad
talking
you found
about.
it. Okay.
Like you like this, and I like that you found pieces. I get it. I completely understand it.
Okay, it's a thank you for recommending type of vibe we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess
Loved it.
we're done with this.
We're done.
Yeah.
Put in.
We don't have a next host. Our next movie is going to be a fan pick.
Woo! Shout out to Nicole.
Yeah, we have a fan that reached out that wants to do a movie for her birthday. Yeah. And we're going to do that for her.
The 19th is
18th.
It's going to be on May. The episode drops on May 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. On Monday, May 18th. It's going to be Heretic.
Hugh Grant,
Sophie Thatcher.
Good flick.
It's a good one. A lot of dialogue. Very dialogue driven.
Heavy.
Yeah. But it's good. I like this one.
And it kind of has a slow start, slow burn.
Not angry with having to do it. I like this.
We're gonna. I feel like we're gonna touch on
a lot of pop culture references, and stuff.
Beliefs and faith and all that stuff. We're gonna get
real
deep.
Heavy.
We're gonna get
deep. Picking up transgender prostitutes, sex workers.
We should talk about that.
No, that's gonna come.
I mean,
I can't let that go.
The good with the bad.
Eddie Murphy too.
While he was with Elizabeth Hurley.
That's the wide world of sports is going on here. Save for the pod.
Anyway, but yeah, we'll save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod.
Our fan really loves Hugh Grant, so we can't shit on him too bad. Not that we will, but
we'll keep it to a minimum amount of shit.
He's in a female lane that we're not in.
But I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway.
We'll have a whole talk about our favorite Hugh Grant roles. Yeah. Love Actually.
Heretic.
Lair of the White Worm.
Yeah.
Another horror movie.
We'll
Bridget Jones's Diary. Wait a minute.
Mugshot.
All right. Do you want to take us out of here, Charlie?
No.
This is.
I would never. You're so much better than I am at this.
All right. Thank you for listening to All Guts So Gory podcast. If you like what we do here, best thing you can do is rate and review for us. If you've listened to a number of our podcasts, must mean that you like what we're doing. Just drop us a quick, however many stars, a quick line.
5.
Hey, check this out, whatever.
Or request for a movie you want us to do.
If you like From Beyond, and you got friends that will like From Beyond and Re-Animator and Stuart Gordon stuff, share this with them. Be like, hey, if these guys talked about this cult classic that doesn't get enough love, apparently, let them know. If you listen on Spotify, make sure that you follow us on Spotify because we don't want you to miss your favorite horror movies being broken down by us. Follow us on the gram at allgutssogorypod. In the link to our show notes, you can drop us some fan mail, movie requests, something you want us to talk about, whatever. That's about it here. This was Justin. You got one more thing?
Don't forget to check us out on our YouTube podcast coming up, or our YouTube show. We're guesting appearing on A Bloody Good Time. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's already out there by the time this comes out. It will be out there on YouTube for you to check out. A Bloody Good Time, a game show that we joined in over Christmas holiday. We did their.
Hopefully we do better.
Yeah, we did their Christmas game show, and now this one's just general horror, and we're excited to be on it. We're going to be hopping on there here shortly. But when this episode drops, you can definitely jump on YouTube and check that one out and see how we do. And check out A Bloody Good Time. They're a lot of fun. They're great people. So much fun. Yeah, that's it for Justin. Charlie, great pick with From Beyond. Atticus, who was here before he went to go play with his pickle ball.
His pineal pickleball.
This is the All Guts So Gory pod. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.